Hi everyone, my name is Christabel Ojok from Rensco. Today we are joined by Ivia from Zamba Kitonga Advocates LLP. We're excited to be here and we'll be having a discussion on property transaction from a legal perspective. So, Ivia, karibu. Yeah, please introduce yourself to our audience.
Thank you, Christabel.
Yeah.
Yes, my name's Ivia Kitonga. I'm the managing partner at Zamba Kitonga Advocates LLP. We routinely assist our clients with all matters related to property transactions, including purchase, sales, leasing, and tenancy aspects. So we are happy to be here and I hope to shed some light on some of the issues which arise commonly.
Okay. So Ivia, property as an asset class is one of the biggest financial investments that one can make in their life, and more often than not tends to require professional guidance. So if we look at, we'd like to narrow it down to three key things that our clients and anyone who is keen on just embarking on this journey of property ownership should pay attention to. So now, to get started, let's look at due diligence. What does the whole process entail? Should clients go through the due diligence process, and how can they get started? Perhaps if you could shed some light on that.
Okay, thank you, Christina. What is important for your clients to know is that due diligence is one of the most important stages in the property acquisition cycle. This is because it basically is the basis upon which then you can continue with all the other steps up to owning the property. And due diligence, if not handled correctly, then has been known to lead clients to lose colossal amounts of money by entering into fictitious property transactions.
Okay.
The due diligence process is wide. It usually begins with the conduct of a land search. This is done at the lands registry. And the process of undertaking a search includes filling out the search form, attaching the title deed, and the details of the property owner, such as the ID and the PIN, and submitting it to the lands office in order to confirm that this property does belong to the seller.
Okay.
The lands office then will give you a certificate of search, which will then confirm the details of the landowner. But beyond that, beyond confirming the details of the owner, the land search also gives us certain very practical and important information about the land itself. It begins with the situation of the land. That is where the land is located. The dimensions of the land and the size, which would then be contained in the deed plan, which usually accompanies a title deed.
Okay.
And this will be able now to confirm to you that this land you see physically is actually, these are its dimensions, and this is its location. Yeah. Furthermore, the land search will also reveal certain properties of the land, whether it has any encumbrances on it. The encumbrances then would include certain like, let's say, registrations of a charge which had already been done. Maybe there is a pending loan to a financial institution which needs to be discharged before the seller can sell the property. The search will also disclose some of the conditions and restrictions which are usually encountered in land transactions. So this would then include whether there is a way-leave passing through the land. Maybe there is a road which even as a subsequent owner, you would then have to make provision for that road. Maybe more other restrictions then would include zonal restrictions to tell you this property is in a commercial zone, in a residential zone, and this would dictate the kind of development you can then put there. You can understand that you may want to put up a factory, but then it can only be in an industrial zone. You cannot put up a factory in a residential area. Yes. So these are some of the overall important information which we get from conducting the due diligence. That is now the land search and the information that you get from the title. And also, if there is any other questions which arise, you then have the opportunity to go back to the seller and seek clarifications, so that as a purchaser you are satisfied before you are able to move on and put your money down to purchase the property. Yes.
Okay, that's great. So from what I'm hearing is, when you're conducting a due diligence, for most people, what they usually, the assumption is, or rather they go into it with the notion of just verifying who the seller is. But then it goes beyond that. So it's not just looking at the seller, but then it's also finding out, is the land encumbered? What's the zoning regulations around it, etc. So you'd be able to get more information if it's done the right way.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. That's good to know. So there you have it.
And it's important, I think, at that stage to engage the services of a legal professional so that you can be able to get this information properly.
Okay.
Because at times we may even have to go into the land registry physically to peruse the records and therefore ascertain that the information we're giving our clients is correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.